Hey, it's Danny Maynard back here. It's my third video. I've watched the first two, and it's like, oh my god, how many fucking strokes have I had? Or how high am I? And it's like, I'm more high than I always am. And I just think that maybe there was, something stuck with me about. I think it's called a persona. Like I think it's the mode where it's like the autopilot, where the body just sort of mechanically takes over what the mind thinks it ought to be doing. Can't believe it came out so well to say it that way, but yeah, that's kind of how it feels like. I'm not feeling too disturbed today. I actually feel pretty good this morning. Brought you back in the bathroom because it's usually where all this fun really started anyway. No, but the reason why I'm back on is I want to talk about taking care of your feet. Mr. Rogers was pretty serious about taking care of his feet because I think he was like a Marine Corps soldier, and I guess he was a pretty intense individual. So before I went and played with trains and trolleys and stuff. But anyway, yeah, taking care of your feet. One of the black girls I grew up in junior high with, she's pretty obnoxious. And she's got a pretty blunt way of saying stuff, which was always cool about her. It was like last year, I read a Facebook page where she said, wash your ass, scrub your feet, exfoliate, motherfucker. I thought that was really cool. So it's important that when you're using methamphetamines, that especially when you get in a roll and you skip a day taking a shower, or 2 days or more, that you took a day and you get in that bath and it feels like the fucking slime is coming off you. It's important to exfoliate that crud, because you don't really want it stagnated under your skin and your lymph. And again, we talked about in the previous recording about stagnated lymph, and that's not just from dehydration, it's from a multitude of things. In fact, with amphetamines being a salt, water is not your water is not going to be your hydration. You're better off drinking juices, things of acidic nature, so that way it has an effect that is productive but separate from being interfered by the salt. If that makes any kind of sense. So salt has always been important with water in terms of electricity and conducting electric current, which, believe it or not, the heart happens to operate on that little small voltage of electricity. Keeps us moving. Anyway, a lot of that can't function very well if you don't take care of the largest parts in your body, which is the soles of your feet. Exfoliate. Don't scrub them bloody, or where you got sores and you're worse off than when you started. Because yeah, it gets itchy. And understood. I've already taken my bath today, and I just want to show you. Can you see how my feet are like? They're not yellow, they're not scratched red, but they're kind of pink. I scrubbed them good. And and even up under the toes where it's like, I don't know, it looks like it's getting a callus or something. exfoliate that crap, and you gotta spend some time with it and get it kind of soft, where it feels like it's crawling. I think it's called fungus. That's what some people call it. Some people call it critters. Some people call it worms. Some people call it parasites. Some people call it fungus. I just call it fucking, I don't know, self. It's kind of what it is. Anyway, again, I'm counting on my persona to help me through this, because I'm not really into talking into a device and recording myself. It's a little unnerving, if that makes sense. Yeah, but anyway, taking care of those feet and exfoliating, and it's not just washing your ass, and it's like, hey, I get high as fuck, but I like to feel good too. Like, I don't want to feel all gross, and that's important. You might look like I might look like a freak, or he's all tweaked out or whatever. Hey man, my trip's my trip. I enjoy what I enjoy, but I also like to feel like somewhere through it, I intermediately get clean and feel good about my body, even though I'm high as fuck. It's like it's what I'm doing right now. Let's see, I'm 38 years old and been using drugs since I was 11, so I guess I better start to someday maybe be okay with who I am and accept myself and continue to find ways to grip and function with reality and the rest of the world when it comes to expectations of getting things done, rather than getting so fucked up you can't do anything. They get there too. I do that too, and it's like, sometimes it's okay. It's a place to be. Away from the world that doesn't feel so good unless you're high as fuck. Sorry, I like to amuse myself. It's important to my character, and that is not a camera thing. I'm always like that, I think. It just feels strange talking into a camera and then looking at it and like, God damn, how many strokes have I had? Some girl teased me when I was like 15 about talking out of the side of my mouth. I was like, what the fuck is she talking about? And I never saw it until I watched these first two videos, and I was like, sure shit. It's like, because I don't feel like I have paralysis or anything. It's like, whoa, it's kind of freaky, but it is what it is. And the reason why I'm making this film is because, or video, is because I think there's a lot of people in my situation that use methamphetamines that aren't interested in stopping today or tomorrow or at all, for that matter. But they might have children, and they might have a job, and they might like to eat food, and do all these other things that humans do. So, but then there's people that have things added on to what just regular humans do, I guess. Maybe I'm one of them. I am one of them. So I think it's important that, to me, it feels good to be able to look at those videos, even though it might be really hard for me to watch and go, oh my god, what the fuck. And it's like, what am I so afraid of myself for? If that's who I am, then why can't I just say, hey, you know what? Right, wrong, and lots of indifference, obviously. I like you. You're fucking, you're a good guy, and that's what I think of myself. High or not, low or not, high and really low, at the same time. I think everybody kind of goes through that at different times. It's just not everybody is addicted to drugs, and not everybody's addicted to food, and not everybody's addicted to cigarettes or whatever it may be, sex, you know, I don't know, shopping. We all sort of know when it gets to be a little overbearing where things aren't functioning, such as paying rent or making sure your kids got the food they need to eat. And you know, I'm extremely grateful for this time that I'm actually, I was like, my kids were with my mom, and it's like, sure, I've always been a good dad, but I've always really struggled with being a good provider, and I've always worked hard, and I just, never really knew how to ask for money properly, so I could schedule make sure things were in the green with my bills and food and the necessities that we need to survive. Went through years of this, you gotta quit the drugs, you gotta quit this, you gotta quit that, and to me all that it did was just create more of an upset inside me. Like, it just, wow, I'll get high, and however long it takes me to figure out how to tie my fucking shoes, if I gotta be high, I'm gonna do what it takes to make sure that someday I'll learn how to tie my fucking shoes. Just like I'll learn how to accomplish things on schedule to where I can have money for not just now, but for ahead of time. If anybody knows about getting high, it's not like it's always your bottom dollar. It's like it's it's a little more evolved than that. People understand where other people are at with it, and they're not always looking to see which way they can twist the fucking knife when their eyes aren't looking. But they're like, hey, dude needs some stuff, and fuck, I know what that feels like right now here, and we share with each other, and that. It's like, it's not always about, waiting to watch and they look away so you can see if you can twist the fucking knife. It's like, addiction's come a long way since, I don't know, I guess when it was first looked at, I don't know. But anyway, I'm starting to feel like I'm rambling, and I just wanted to, I don't know, things start coming out of my mouth. It's like, they just come, and sometimes that's hard, and sometimes you gotta step back and go, you know what? It's a little much, but you know what? I still fucking like you. You're a good dude, and I gotta figure out a way to be okay with myself. And I guess once I feel like I'm okay with myself, as I'm getting more comfortable with it, that then maybe I'll get some other things, onto a track where it's more functional, and it's like, I had a counselor once that talked about functional use versus what he would describe as abuse, and I was like, that makes sense. It seems a whole lot less upsetting than quitting. I'm a winner, so just that doesn't fit. So, but maybe someday I'll be able to, take care of my kids, and it'll be, maybe a little different thing to where I'm a better provider. I still do what I do. I take care of my kids. I help out my friends where I can. I smash the ones that got it coming. Whatever. It's always a multitude of a little bit of polarity. So, anyway, I just wanted to really talk about, keeping the soles of the feet clean, like scrubbing them, getting some relief. Anyway, yeah, it's like third day. I'm a little tired this morning, but I just got out of the bath and relaxed, and spilled my guts to you. Anyway, have a great day. Bye.